All right, so I've got 4 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call the open session to order. And we'll start with flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we get a roll call, please?
All right, Commissioner Alpine.
Here.
Commissioner Gustafson,
Here.
Commissioner Mendoza, Commissioner Rohan, Commissioner Stevens, Commissioner Wigand, alternate Commissioner Holmes, alternate Commissioner Nisley, alternate Commissioner Starsky,
Here.
and Chair Alpine. I'm sorry, Chair Burris.
Here.
Wow.
That's all right. I won't be too hurt. All right, do we have any changes to the agenda order today? All right, seeing none, can I get a motion for approval of the agenda order?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All right. So moved. Do we have any public comments today?
No public comments. Oh, I'm sorry, Amy, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if any members of the public on Zoom have a comment, just raise your hand.
All right, well, seeing none, we will go ahead and move on to the consent calendar. Could I get a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right. Chugging along. Item 6, business items. We'll start with item A, service review study schedule.
Thank you, Chair. Let me just pull up the slide. At the last commission meeting, well, actually the last several commission meetings, we've been discussing our service review schedule. Just a little bit of background, they are a little out of date or a lot out of date. And we've been trying to come up with a plan on how to be in compliant with state law with the municipal service review sections and the sphere of influence sections of the CKH Act. So this is one proposal that staff is recommending. What you'll notice, a couple of things that you'll notice. First, there's not a start date. And the reason why is we have 2 municipal service review studies that are already on our work plan. The first is the city of Lincoln, which we should have a draft to the commission in the next couple of months. And then the other item that's on our work plan is a fire services study, which we currently have an RFP out. So we're looking for a consultant and hopefully we get some good feedback and good response for that RFP. So depending on the fire services and when we can get that started, I'm hoping to tackle, one of the groups. At this point, I'm hoping to start with Colfax, the Colfax sub-region. That's what I'm calling it. And so it'll be the city plus the surrounding special districts that provide services in that area. The other thing that you'll notice is that there's 9 groups in here, and we're required to study them, all the agencies, every 5 years or as necessary. So there will be years in which we'll have to do 2 or 3 service reviews. And I think we can decide which group to study and how many to study as part of our annual work plan review. So as I mentioned, currently, we have group 8 there on the bottom in blue, which is City of Lincoln, and group 9 as part of our existing work plan. And I'm hoping to have the Colfax sub-region started. And then I will be meeting with all of the cities and the special districts to make sure that 1, the grouping is appropriate, and 2, that the timing is appropriate. If there's something that, if there's a project, for example, like the city of Lincoln with, that they have an annexation project, and maybe we need to move them up the queue a little bit. So That's my recommendation, and I'm happy to make changes. As I mentioned, I will be bringing forward the more details as far as the exact date and when we start in the next couple of months. Just waiting for fire at this point.
I just had a question on fire because there's other fire districts that are not being studied in the western. So are they supposed to fall in those regions of timeline or?
So what's not on this study is the North Tahoe Fire Protection District on the east side. And that's because we have the ESCI study from 2018 that we updated their financial report. And they're also going through a reorganization. So we're studying them.
I was
right
thinking
now.
about specifically, so Olympic Valley CSD has a fire district. And so they'll be part of the MSR for Olympic Valley.
Oh, yes, I have them.
CSD. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
so they're
sorry.
in 2017.
Yes.
Truckee Fire does serve an area of Placer County, so they'll be covered by Nevada County LAFCO
Yes.
for their MSR. And then North Tahoe Fire is going through this with Meeks Bay right now, so you feel that's adequate. Okay.
Yes, I do. And we're going through the financials diligently. So
Yeah. Yeah, because Truckee, yeah, I was just saying Serene Lakes area and some of the other areas that Truckee serves for us. Truckee Fire Protection District. Okay.
I did notice that they haven't had a service review in a while, but we're not the principal LAFCO.
Okay. Good to know. Well, just as we look at all the layers of services, making sure that we've looked at that. Yeah. In the future. Thank you.
Do you have any other board comments on the particular order?
Well, I do have a comment, maybe Forest Hill. When we look at the Auburn area, maybe the Forest Hill would probably be separate, or I don't know how, when we look at how we're gonna roll out the MSRs, if they're gonna be grouped or if they're gonna be individual in the group. But Forest Hill kind of really sits by itself,
Mhm.
doesn't connect to anything.
Do you think we could put them with the countywide districts and the group 3 or
It probably
create
would
another
make,
group?
would make sense to put them in something that probably in countywide, or we can leave it in the group. It's just some food for thought as we get into that area.
Yeah.
It's a little bit be far, yeah, it'd be a far connection since the Forest Hill PUD gets services from both areas.
Okay.
Sits on a ridge.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand, it's so either group 1 or group 2 would be appropriate for Forest Hill, but
maybe
they
they-
should have their own section.
They should have their own section,
yeah.
because it really does. It's an island.
Because they're so split on the way they receive services that it could really go any which way.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments on this section? Do you need any particular board direction?
Yes, just to go forward with, the adopting this plan, and bringing it back. Let's see, today is August, so maybe in November, and that'll give us a chance to have the fire study. At least the contract issued, and we know when that project will start.
Okay, can I entertain a motion to proceed forward with this to revisit in November?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? All right, moving forward to item B, LAFCO Annual Business Meeting, 19th to 21st of October.
Okay, there's a 3 components to the CALAFCO conference that we need direction on. The first is just to let staff know who would like to attend the conference. Also, we need a voting delegate for the business meeting and an alternate voting delegate. Last year it was Chair Alpine and Vice Chair Albert, who had those responsibilities. And then finally, if any of our county members or special district members would like to run for the CALAFCO board, to please let us know.
All right, So at this point, we'll go ahead and entertain some discussion. I know, Josh, you were looking to,
Oh.
am I volunteering you right now? Is that what's happening?
Something's volatile. Twisting my arms. The, what, possibly being a candidate?
Yes.
I don't know how it's working on that. Oh, look at everybody working. Well, it was asked to possibly be a candidate. So, if I show interest, I'll bring it to the, executive director and we'll bring it back to the board, right?
Yes, I think we just have to submit the paperwork by September 19th, Monday, September 19th at 5 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we have another meeting between now? Or do we need approval from this board
Is it okay if we do it?
right now?
Yes.
Okay.
If that's okay, then we can plan.
I guess I'm being voluntold.
All right. Perfect. Do we need a particular motion on that? Yeah, I'll take
I
it.
was gonna nominate you.
Can I get a second on that?
Thanks.
Perfect. All in favor? Aye. All right.
Thank
Looks
you,
like
Kyle.
Team Willie.
Thanks. I'm willing to get the seller. Yeah,
right.
interesting.
So as far as voting delegation representing Placer County, I would say, is everybody amicable to sticking with the status quo? Chair and vice chair, are you planning to attend, Cindy?
I was thinking about it, but I don't think I can.
Okay.
It's too much.
Do-
Thank you.
I'm planning to attend, but do we have another board member planning to attend? Well, if you're the only
Well, we-
board member, then you're a board member at that time.
Oh, you mean to LAFCO business?
Are you-
Oh, yeah, I have to attend. I'm a
Okay.
candidate now. So,
Okay,
I'll have to be there in the morning. I'm,
so is there any conflicts
will be a busy
for a
day.
candidate to? be
No.
Perfect. Okay, so I would at this point nominate myself and Josh Alpine for that voting authority. Can I get a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Walking into this voting this.
All right. let's
So,
see.
I just want to make sure. So Commissioners, Burrows, Alpine and, Nicely. And is there anyone else that who would like to attend?
Do you need a formal motion
I'd
from any
like
other
to
board
attend,
members?
but Can I?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, I just,
Okay.
we just need to know.
So if schedules change and things open up, anyone can let you know on the
Yeah.
time. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move
I like
to item C, executive officers report.
I'm sorry, can I just ask one quick?
Oh, go
question?
ahead. Sorry.
So your memo says the northern region, which I believe, oh, so we're central.
Central.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're.
Okay. You can have a district member. I thought it was a city member, but.
Yes, exactly. Turn, turn president.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, if no one has anything else on item B, we'll move to executive officers report.
Thank you. I don't have any major changes to the project status report, which is in your packet under the consent calendar, but I did want to point out a slight change, which is that we received the financial analysis, which the commission has received, and it's also provided here. For the North Tahoe and Meeks Bay reorganization. So I will be presenting to the Meeks Bay board on the 17th. I think it's the 17th of August, and then the North Tahoe board on the 23rd. And we'll see if they would like to go forward with their reorganization application. That's my only change. And if there's any questions on the other ongoing projects we have, I'm happy to answer them.
I think I'm just excited to see how that conversation goes after that meeting.
I think I'll be lively.
I like that, lively. All right.
Can you give us the times for those?
Oh, sure. I know one is at 3:30. That's the Meeks Bay. And then the North Tahoe board meeting starts at 4:30, and I'll send you the
Dates and.
the
times?
dates
Is
and
there
times.
Zoom?
It is by Zoom because our consultant is out of town, and the board wanted to ask our CPA some questions that are specific to the report. So he and I will be attending.
Great. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, I'm not cutting you off short, am I?
Oh, no, that's.
That is the most concise report. I so love it. All right, do we have any commissioner comments before we move into our closed session? All right, seeing none, we'll move to item 8, closed session. I assume we're just gonna.
And I'll just mention on the closed session, although normally alternates can't attend closed session, then there's that attorney general opinion on that. I am of the opinion that they can if it involves the evaluation of the executive officer, because they are in fact also involved in the evaluations. So I think it's appropriate. So just so you know that alternates can attend, but otherwise we need to make sure that that the public is that we get off, and we'll be coming back on. So I don't know, Amy, how will that work? Is
part of it, I believe, will be over, but when we come back, the recording itself will start up.
okay. All right.
Okay. All right, which room are we moving to?
I believe we just leave and the commission stays.
Oh,
That's
all right. Are we good to go?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So we'll go ahead and bring the open session back to order. As far as report from closed session, we conducted the annual review, and that is complete. There's no more reportable action from that. So we will go ahead and move to item 10, the executive officer merit increase. Do you have a presentation of any kind, or do we go straight to discussion? Okay. Perfect.
I'll just say you have a memo there, and you have the contract before you, and under the contract, you're authorized to provide a merit increase under Article 5, and so that's your consideration. She'll stay at the still in the department head category,
Mhm.
but she's currently at step 8, and the consideration is whether or not to move her to step 9 or step 10.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and voice that I would be supportive of moving Michelle to step 10. And at this time, I also feel that moving Michelle to step 10 is inadequate, and that I think we need to have a further discussion around the contract and the salary schedule. So I'd like to see that on the next agenda. And in the meantime, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have board chair and vice chair circle back on this with staff to conduct salary review and make sure that we're appropriate for where we need to be. Do we have any other board discussion or?
That's motion. I'll second it. Yeah, right on.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstain?
Oh, really?
All right, so motion passes. Any questions, comments?
no, just thank you very much. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm so excited to be here, and I'm excited to move forward with all of our upcoming projects. And I really thank the commission for the support, and thank you.
Thank you for the work you've done. All right, well, that is the last thing we have on the agenda. We'll go ahead and move to adjournment. Next commission meeting is September 14th at 4 p.m.
And I just wanted to say before you adjourn, I sent you a letter of resignation. I'm going to resign. I'm in not a rush to resign, but you'll be wanting probably on the next agenda, put something on as far as the process that you want to follow for retaining a new council. I want to say it's been wonderful. It's been just an honor. I've always felt privileged to represent public agencies, and the public agencies in Placer County are exceptional, I must say. So it's been wonderful, but it's time for me to look at doing a few different things. And so that's what I'm going to do. And thank you. I want to thank the commission for all your support over the years. It's been great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for all your help through the.
No. Thank you.
Well, if I could just add, Bill and I have worked together since the whole time that you've been here, Bill, because I've been here longer,
Yes.
but not by much. So I just want to personally thank you publicly for just some tremendous work all the way along, always above and beyond, and particularly with the recent transition we had with our executive director. So you were fabulous to work with while I was chair in that, and that just exemplifies really the whole career that you've had here. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been a joy.
Ditto.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay.